The immersive multi-path D to A converter is like no other DAC you've ever heard. This is because the immersive converter is like no other DAC ever designed. Not even close. Dramatic improvements in imaging, atmospherics, and timbre realism are the result of a profoundly new, triple patented conversion architecture. So how does it work? It's a bit hard to describe, but the most perfect analogy we've found is something called high dynamic range photography, or HDR. Here's the basic idea. Take a photograph that has a very bright part and a very dark part. Any photographer knows you can close the aperture and get good results on the bright part, but the shady part will be mostly black. On the other hand, you can open the aperture and get good results on the dark part, but the bright part will be washed out. Now let's look at high dynamic range photography. In HDR, we don't just take one photograph, we take multiple images. Most commonly, we take 3 exposures. Each exposure is taken at a different aperture. Then we feed all 3 of these photographs into an application which intelligently combines the most accurate parts from each photo, while rejecting the poorly exposed sections. This is HDR photography. The detail in low light is just as the eye would see it, and all of the brighter tones are delivered with fine, accurate detail. Now, let's compare this with multi-path audio. In the same way, multi-path audio creates 2 dynamic pictures. One picture covers quiet audio, which is just like low-light photography. Another picture covers high-level audio, which is like a realistic image of a well-lighted scene. Then, a powerful digital signal processor combines the low path and the high path into a complete audio signal, just like a finished HDR photograph. The combined audio program now has 40 decibel greater dynamic range than any other D to A converter made today. This is a 100 times improvement in noise, linearity, and true dynamic resolution. The result is just like an HDR photo, with far greater perceptual detail from the quietest, darkest corners to the brightest, loudest highlights. The entire dynamic range is perceived in stunning resolution. With low-level music, the objectively measured harmonic distortion is vastly lower than any other DAC made today. You've probably never heard a single audio device deliver this much perceptual improvement in imaging, atmospherics, and timbre realism. The only thing left now is for you to listen to the immersive DAC in your studio or your home system. Contact an immersive dealer for a demo, and for a much deeper dive, check out the longer tutorial video which covers the actual internal architecture of multi-path design. Thanks for watching.